Hey, what's up, my people? How we doing today? If you don't know by now, my name is David. I just want to be able to give you all the welcome to the Do Not Disturb podcast. This is the first episode. This is an introduction. So again, grab your drink, grab your water, grab your soda, grab whatever you have in front of you, and let's do a little cheers to the first episode of many, my people. I just wanted to say I appreciate y'all. And the first episode's an introduction of who I am, so I want to be able to give you guys an idea of who I'll be and what you guys will be listening to in this podcast. So, first off, like I said, my name is David. I was born in Chile, Santiago de Chile to be exact. But I was raised in Miami my whole life. And Miami's great. Miami has its ups and downs. As you could tell, the Roosters. But Miami's great, man. It has a lot of culture, it has a lot of everything. And, I think my favorite part about it is Lo Latino. Sorry. No, just me? Okay, cool. Yeah, it's great, man. It's great being here. It's great being able to learn and grow in the culture, and that's the point of this. The point of this kind of podcast is what it is to grow up in a Latino household, and I think most of all, what it is to feel like you don't want to let any of your family down. I was raised in a very disciplined family. My parents always had that idea that they wanted me to be the best at what I do. And in the beginning, they were telling me, "Hey, be a doctor, be a medic, be a firefighter, be a cop, be a surgeon, be a lawyer." And I was wanting to do that. I wanted to, but for them. And I think that's one thing that we always want to do. We want to be able to make our parents proud, make our family proud. But at some point, I kind of hit that roadblock of saying, am I doing it for them or for me? And when I started to realize that, I didn't know what I want to do because I didn't know what I wanted to do for myself. And, growing up was pretty easy, but it had its, it I had my problems. I had my trials and tribulations, and I was able to grow from them. And, most of all, I was able to grow learning how it is to feel by making a mistake and not pushing yourself down because of it. When I graduated high school, I felt stuck. I'm 21. I graduated at 18. From 18 to 20, I was stuck, man. I didn't know what I wanted to do as my career. I didn't know what I was going to do in general. And I think the best thing of it all is it's okay to feel stuck, but don't self-sabotage yourself into feeling like you're not going to make it anywhere because of it. You know what I mean? And I think that's the best part about it all. Being able to sit there and say, I'm going to make it with time. It's not about what you do with time, it's about what you do with your actions. And that's the point. Feeling stuck is okay, but pulling yourself down and doubting yourself isn't, in my opinion. And I think that's the point of this. I want to be able to give you guys my journey, and all of my guests that are going to be here, they all had a moment that they feel stuck. And with feeling stuck, you get clouded in your emotions, you get clouded in your thoughts, and you get clouded in what you're going to do next. But you just got to act, man. For the people that are close to me, they know that I've been wanting to do a podcast for a year, 2 years, and all it took was some brains to tell me, David, do it. All you need is this, and that. And I did it. I got it. And here we are. All you need is a couple of people to be able to motivate you. You know what I mean? And it's so beautiful to understand that life has its problems, and most of all, I think life has its mistakes. But it's not about what you do after the mistake; it's what you do with it. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. I made a lot of mistakes in my past, and I've been able to grow with it, grow from it, and learn from it most of all. So that's the point of this podcast, wanting to let you guys know what it is to be in my life, and most of all, my people's life. The people that are going to be around me, you're going to understand how special they are and how important they are because of their journey. Not only by themselves, but the journey that I've been able to live with them. So uh, that's pretty much it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to be here. It's beautiful to be able to talk to you guys, even if it's just that one person a week. If it's two, if it's 10, if it's 1,000 people a week, man. I'm not doing this for the money. I'm doing this for memories. Doing this for being able to to show that one person that really feels like they needed to feel heard that you're not alone. And I think a lot of people could feel stuck sometimes and they don't know what's next, and I want to be able to help you the same way you can help me. I always want to be able to hear feedback from you guys and what you guys felt and thought about our journeys. And I think the best thing of this all is being able to say versatility.
Antes de decirte algo, te voy a decir algo.
¿Sabes? Yo hablo español también, papi. Yo hablo español también. ¿Sabes? Yo quiero poder traer mi padre, mi hermano, mi hermana, la gente que me crearon, ¿entiendes? Quiero entender cómo fue la vida de ellos en su generación, cómo fue cuando ellos estaban saliendo de su lugar y tratando de llegar a un lugar mejor. Y eso creo que es muy lindo. Y mucho más, yo creo que lo mejor de todo es poder entender nuestra generación y entender lo de ellos. Ellos no están tratando de empujarnos para abajo. Ustedes lo que están tratando es empujarnos para arriba.
Cállate, no hables más, cállate la boca. Tú eres un cingado de verdad.
Mejorarnos, and I think that's the beautiful part of it all. They're not trying to pull us down. They're not trying to make us feel even worse. They're trying to push us forward. They're trying to pull us up, and I think it's beautiful to know that. So, it's a lot about that, and I think one thing I want to be able to talk about as well is my walk with God, my walk with Jesus Christ, because I think that's a very important part in life, and I know a lot of people feel stuck with, what they feel about that topic, and I want to be able to teach a couple of people what it is, how it feels, and I think most of all, how beautiful it is. I've been close to God, and I've stepped away. My walk of faith has been ups and downs and rocky, but I think the best part of it all is understanding that He's always there, and He's always accepting, and He's always loving, and He'll always forgive. He died on the cross for our sins, and I think that's the most beautiful part of it all, man. So you guys are going to be able to hear my story, other people's stories. Their stories are beautiful the same way that mine are. And like I said, I want to be able to hear from you guys and just grow with each other. I want you to grow with me on this path. I still got a long way to go, and I want you guys to grow, and I want to see you guys grow as well. So this isn't, about judging. This isn't about any of that. It's just most of all understanding who we are and growing together and appreciating ourselves and appreciating each other. I love you guys dearly. Like I said, this is going to be a beautiful ride. This is going to be a beautiful journey, and I really appreciate you guys being here every week, Monday, Wednesday, because I know the Mondays, you wake up Monday and you're like, oh, it's the start of a week. What's next? And you just got to take the beginning of the week lightly but strong at the same time, and Wednesdays, it's the middle of the week. Finish strong so that on Saturday, you get it. I'm definitely getting drunk. Not the point. Not the point. I love you guys. We got to grow together. We gonna grow together. We're going to grow together. And like I said, I appreciate y'all. One love. I'll see you on the next episode.
I said, ooh.